welcomes you all to the national webinar on women as leaders and entrepreneurs, organized by PIMR Indore. Now, I would like to call Dr. Rekha Narang, Coordinator Bhumika, Women Empowerment Cell of PIMR Indore, to take this session further. Over to you, ma'am.
I feel privileged to welcome our guest speaker, Mr. Dhanpad Dhariwal, Global Mentor to CEOs, Women Entrepreneur and Startups, and Ms. Kaushika Sondhi, Vice President State, All India Council of Human Rights, Liberties and Social Justice. Welcome, sir. Welcome, ma'am. First, I would like to mention our founder chairman, Padma Shri Dr. Nemnath Jain Sahib, who was recently honored with the Padma Shri Award by the Government of India for his remarkable contribution in the field of education, development, and social service in the country. He played a leading role in giving Madhya Pradesh a global identity in the field of soybean, and due to his efforts, Madhya Pradesh is now known as Soya State. 26 years ago, in the year 1994, he founded the Prestige Institute of Management and Research, which is currently one of the leading business schools in the country, to bring the latest management education to the masses. The institute has been rated with A grade by National Assessment and Accreditation Council (NAAC) twice consecutively in 2009 and 2014. Today, we proudly present the national webinar, Women as Leaders and Entrepreneurs, on the platform of Bhumika, which is a women empowerment cell, PIMR Indore, in association rights, liberties, and social justice. So without taking so much time, we'll proceed the further proceedings. Over to you, Surbi.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Taking the event further, I am privileged to introduce our guest for today, Mr. Dhanpad Dhariwal. He is founder and CEO, Vision 2025 Outlook Change. He is also a global mentor to CEOs, women entrepreneurs, and startups. Also, an ex-president CEO of Birla White, Birla NGK, PCL. He is also a mentor for change in Atal Incubation Mission, Niti Aayog. We welcome you, sir. Our moderator for today's session is Mrs. Kaushiki Sondhi. Being a professional sector, Mrs. Kaushiki Sondhi is also a board of advisory at National Council for News and Broadcasting, News India TV Today. She is also working as a women empowerment speaker for State Vice President at AICHLS and Cybersecurity State Head of Sikkim under Women Indian Chamber, Commerce and Industry. She is a chief advisor and mentor for many national and international organizations. She is also an author and strategic content marketer. We welcome you, ma'am. Now I would like to
Thank you so much, Surbi.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, please continue and moderate the session further.
Sure. Thank you, Surbi, for your kind words. It was really good to hear so much good about oneself. Okay.
Thank you.
Being working for women empowerment under All India Council Human Rights, Liberties and Social Justice, and also Women India Chamber for Commerce and Industry Cybersecurity, I, Kaushiki Sondhi, believe women are far more responsible and raw in the formation of whatever business they are dealing with, whether small scale or large scale. In fact, there are more women running Fortune 500 business today than at any point in the past. We have seen that the soft skills and the emotional intelligence may prove and have been the key skills in the women as compared to the men. A 2016 study published by a global consulting firm has found that women outperform men in 11 of 12 emotional intelligence competencies. These include self-awareness, empathy, conflict management, teamwork, and all the essential effective leadership at the workplace. Today, we are having a webinar on women as leaders and entrepreneurs at Prestige Institute of Management and Research Indore. We welcome our guest speaker, Sir Dhanpad Raj, sir. Please continue, sir.
Thank you. Great to be with you all this afternoon. I'm delighted to be with you all this afternoon. Many thanks to Madam Kaushiki ji, All India Council of Human Rights, Liberties and Social Justice, National Council for News and Broadcasting, and the host institute, Prestige Institute of Management Research, for inviting me. Before I talk on the subject, let me give you a little more brief about my journey. I have done my master's from IIT Delhi, an institute of global reputation, and finally served corporates for about 40 years in different capacities, of which nearly 20 years as president and CEO, which is in the field of automobile, engineering, making motorbikes, agriculture tractors, trucks, buses and gears in different capacity, multiple function, multiple location across the country. I was also at Indore because we had a plant in Pithampur where we were making Canter trucks. Served Aditya Birla Group, a Fortune 500 group, for further 18 years in 3 different businesses, setting up plants, different businesses in capacity as president for chemicals and steel sector business, as CEO and managing director for power sector related business, which was a 50-50 joint venture of Aditya Birla Group and NGK of Japan, and finally in specialty products for construction sector, Birla White as its CEO. Post superannuation, served petrochemical business as its CEO for India and Malaysia in the field of food sector, perfumery sector and the plastic world. I'm also a mentor for change for Atal Incubation Mission of Niti Aayog, Government of India, for schools. That is very important, the schools. My dream vision is to see that my input help over 1 million youngsters across the globe in making a difference to their lives. I think I'm not able to see
Yes, sir.
Kaushik. Okay.
Yes, sir, continue.
Okay. Let me come to the subject. How do you see women entrepreneurs and leaders? During the past 25 years, we see a dramatic change in the role, participation of women in every sphere of life all over the planet. In the next decade, we will further see unbelievable changes and participation of women. I'll be focusing on 2 aspects: women as business leaders, women as entrepreneurs. Women entrepreneurs in today's context have a different nature of approach. The women entrepreneurship is the process in which women initiates a business, gathers all resources, undertake risks, face challenges, and manage the business independently. Generally, we say 1/3 of the entrepreneurs in the world today are women, and the trend is on the increase. Women in the last 20 years have demonstrated great leadership and increased participation, great performance in the area of sports, industry, education, research, defense, services, healthcare, tourism, banking, insurance, IT, entertainment, small and big screens, politics, religion, art and craft, etc. Hardly an area where you'll find women are not actively participating in today's time. Women as leaders and great performers can be very commonly seen in our country in the last years. We see women as chairmen of banks and financial institutions, vice chancellors of universities and heads of educational institutions, CEOs of global MNCs and corporates, heads of nations, flying planes to running trains, operating cabs and autos, industry champions, leadership in sports at national and international level, Olympics, Commonwealth Games. You see Bollywood and Hollywood. Research and invention is another area where women have excelled. NGOs and social service organizations, authors and publishers, and many, many more. Women tend to bring a brand new perspective, a new attitude, new skills, and set towards business like multi-skilling, organizational skills, and it often helps better, efficient people in industry, trade, or in employment. Entrepreneurs dream big, but they follow their dreams with action. I thought of, let me take it on a lighter side, how the journey of women entrepreneurs have moved over ages. We used to generally say, women, if they become entrepreneurs, they are in the field of 3K. 3K stands for kitchen, kids, and knitting. They graduated to 3 Ps, pickle, powder, papad. Graduated to 3 Es, engineering, electronics, energy. Further postgraduated to 3 Is, IT, insurance, and investment. And now we say women are banking, robotics, environment, and drones. So you see the journey, how women have moved forward over ages, and they have created many success stories. Our late Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru said, when women move forward, the families move, the village moves, the nation moves. So women play a very important role in creating a change. And I think this is a big strength. Women as leaders, women as business people, women as entrepreneurs play a role in taking care of people moving along with them. Now, this institute is in Indore. And I felt that I should give a great example of one of the girls from Indore, presently in Indore, whom I met about 5 years back. But is very inspiring. And this should give you a lot of inspiration to understand that if you have the passion, you can conquer every challenge. A little girl was born in a small town near Khajuraho in Madhya Pradesh. A rebel at heart since her early days. She was in a village where education was in Hindi. Schools were of elementary place. Family wanted her to study there, but she had a desire that she should go to English medium school. English medium school was 15 kilometers away, and it was a co-education school. There was a great resentment, criticism from the family members, relatives, people from the town, that how can you send a girl of our place to study in a co-education school to English medium? It was only her grandmother who supported this initial step. And finally, this girl went to that English medium co-education school and completed her schooling from there. She wanted to become a doctor. She tried a lot, but her luck didn't support her to become a doctor. She decided to pursue MBA, and for that she had to move to Indore. Family members were not comfortable in sending a girl outside the city or outside the town or the village. They were not comfortable. But she was very passionate that must do something differently and bring a great name to the village. She moved to Indore for her studies, and with the passage of time, that was in 2009, things started looking up for her. She met a friend, male friend, who now is a business partner for her, who encouraged her to follow her heart and pursue her entrepreneurial dreams, and soon became the first venture parallel to her study in an MBA. They created an organized venture called Titlian Creation, a handmade card portal, along with her management studies in Indore. Unfortunately, despite of tremendous success of her first project, she had to give it up when it was at its peak. Successfully, yet she had to shut down this particular establishment due to certain personal reasons. And you will be shocked that these things happen even today. She encountered typically mentality of the people in the society. If she was not doing a job or getting married, then her life was not on the right path. A girl cannot go and do a business. She has to either take up a job and do her work or get married and get settled. That was the perception. And she was left with no choice. She had to shut down the work and start looking for a job. She succumbed to the societal pressure. In the days that followed, she took up a teaching job. But her heart was set on starting a business. The teaching she undertook became a constant source of frustration for her. She was not enjoying it. She knew she had to, as giving up wasn't an option for this fearless rebel girl. With her well-wisher friend having a lot of technical skill and support by her side, she decided it was time for her to do something on her own, and thus the dynamic duo started an IT service company that develops websites and mobile applications in the city of Indore. In the early days, she kept her work totally sick of parents and family members. However, soon the company became a very big organization with a team of more than 50 people working. Her name echoed in renowned platforms nationally: Rajasthan Startup Festival, Startup Conclave Nepal, Women Tech Makers by Google. She was written about in popular online as well as offline portals like Cosmopolitan, Asian Entrepreneurs, many more. In all success and fame, she still longed the support from her near and dear ones. They were not positive about it. The newspapers were talking about her accomplishments, and she was presented the Leadership Award of Excellence by DAVV University. As luck would have it, her parents and relatives saw the article published in a magazine featuring their daughter. The conservative mindset was challenged. They began to realize that their daughter was spirited entrepreneur. With her success and brand image thriving, she is often asked for opinion on entrepreneurship. She generally says, quote, "If a woman decides to pursue something different, then she is judged. As a woman, we are expected to get married, have children, look after the household. Our wings are cut at every step. I encourage women to stand up for themselves in every aspect of life. The society, in any field of work, when the world changes its outlook towards women, I'll call it the best day of my life," unquote. From medicine to MBA, she suffered through many streams. But finally, in the end, she listened to her heart, and today she's counted among the top 100 women entrepreneurs in India and 25 top women influencers by online platforms in India. To steer women towards a career in technology, she has come up with another remarkable venture that encourages women through workshop and training sessions in IT and tech domain. Her road to success was not a runaway victory. She moved forward to realize her dreams. Her advice to budding women entrepreneurs is be persistent and remember you can achieve any goal with perseverance and tenacity. Now I will disclose the name of the girl and the organization. This great girl, her name is Aditi Chaurasia, and her organization is Engineers Babu, supporting startups, women entrepreneurs across the country. She is a well-known dynamic business leader and role model for many boys and girls in the startup eco world. It will be wonderful in case sometime you invite her to interact with your team members who are here today or others. It will be a great inspiration, great learning phase. How, instead of limitation and constraint, great things can be done. I think that is certainly very important. I was really inspired by this example just 5 years back when she was narrating her total journey and how she could stage a comeback and create a great organization which has a name and fame globally and which made her parents, village, the relatives all accept her as a great role model for their place. You all have great potential and competencies. You can make things happen. Be cool and dream big. Think and act. Do not copy others blindly. Do not take too many free advices and get confused. I recommend to you that you keep focused and build on some of the important competencies which you already have. Maybe because of your environment, surrounding of your friends, family, many of your great qualities are not visible or are not in action, or they are in a sleeping mode. So focus has to be that you have to bring out those qualities which are already existing in you. It is not necessary that you have to acquire new things. You have to activate things, apply these things, practice these things, which is important. Have a greater self-confidence, conquer your fears. Today's world, nobody has time to inspire you or motivate you. So look towards self-inspiration and self-motivation. Have patience. Be open to address hurdles and roadblocks that will come in your journey. Create a positive team and environment around you. Be open to acquire required skills and keep them. Be innovative and creative. Respect yours and others' time. Be good observers. Think differently. Be passionate about what you do or dream to do. Understand risk assessment. Become a can-do person. Start believing that all is possible, nothing is impossible. This is very important. I am a can-do person, nothing is impossible. Great things happen. Let me touch upon more examples. There is a startup which I have been mentoring for nearly 2 years. It is a startup run by created or founded by 3 girls. Maybe they are around 20 years in age. They are not from engineering. They are ordinary graduate students or BBA students from an all-women university. And their passion was parallel towards studies, we want to create a startup. So they identified after a lot of homework that we'll do a startup, which will be a all-girls startup from all-women university. And this will be related to creating some snacks or food items, which will be consumed by girls on the campus, in the hostels, and so on the campus. So all women are the consumers of the product, and the products will be made by housewives who are all women. So concept was very good, and they had to really implement this. They worked on all fronts, identifying the chefs, developing various products which fit into the pocket size of the purse which the students would like to spend, brought samples, got it tested to the people where they like it or not, got the brand name registered, created samples, packaging material, and the work started. They were quite happy and delighted that we have created, this was the first startup from that particular university. They have just created the new innovation center where this will be the first formally registered incubating startup. So suddenly the pandemic had come, hostels have been closed, so students have to vacate. The business comes to standstill. Now, one is surrender to the situation, surrender to the roadblocks. Now, these 3 girls, one had come from Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow. The second girl was from Hisar in Haryana. Third girl was from, all 3 girls had to go to their native places. So, how do you run? Chefs are from Jaipur. Hostels are closed. So these girls were passionate. What should we do? So first challenge was to learn how to remotely manage a business sitting at 3 different locations which are hundreds and hundreds of miles away. How to manage a chef, how to manage the menu card, how to manage the logistics, how to manage the money collection, how to ensure the delivery management. All those things have to be worked out. And they've worked night, sitting at remote places to find solutions to all this. Then the question comes, who is my customer? So the definition of the customer had to change. The customer was the families of the Jaipur city, because each family will have children. And when the question comes, the families will order. That means there are elderly people, there are children, there are people of different ages. So the menu card, which works for girls in the hostel, has to be planned to see that you have products for everyone. So they've worked with the chefs to see that how to incorporate more items of that nature, which the total family can be comfortable. They focused on kitty parties, they focused on birthday parties, special events and all that. Now, how to communicate to people? So social media had to come into picture, Instagram, or Facebook, or different nature of things, or blogs, writing blogs and other things. So it took about 6 weeks for them to totally re-engineer the entire business. And remotely, they have learned new skills in very short time of 6 weeks, because the packaging required for girls in the hostel is different from what a family needs. In the pandemic period, COVID-19 period, people would like to be very cautious about the hygiene of the food. So how to communicate the hygiene of the chefs to the families? How to ensure that the delivery boys or the delivery organizations are of global standard so that people don't doubt the hygiene and safety. So these girls worked round the clock, had that energy. Just imagine 20-year girls age. And they could win a couple of big orders for parties besides the normal thing. And in 8 weeks, they are normal business girls. So I think the purpose I wanted to do is communicate this example was age is not a criteria. Your passion decides how to move forward and how quick you are to respond to situations. One is surrender and say, oh, what can I do? Roadblocks. Get the courage. Conquer those blocks. I think that is very, very important to how to conquer. And if I'm able to conquer that situation, great things can happen. So I will share more examples. I'm going to share an example which is not of a recent past, but maybe quite many years back. But I think every lady is associated with this particular brand. Now, this is a lady, her name is Meena. Was a normal housewife. Her hobby was stitching suits. At the age of 39, she got married around at the age of 20, but at the age of 39, nearly 20 years after her marriage, she felt that I do a lot of these stitching and all that. Can I create a business with this? She had no professional training. She had no money available to do business. She had no experience of doing the business. But her dream was, suddenly she felt the purpose of my life will be, can I do something different? Can I do something unique? I only know stitching. With all odds against her, she did not let it hold her back, but planned to step out and do something very great, very unique. Her husband was posted in Mumbai. She was living with her children as a housewife. As children had grown up, she felt that she has a lot of time and she can start a business. She never had a bank account. Her husband, she could borrow a loan of 8,000 rupees from a bank. Banker was very kind enough to give a loan of 8,000 rupees. She was not acquainted with the Mumbai city. She was using this money to make clothes, stitch ladies' suits, take a cab from her residence and go to the local market to be real. She needed for making the garments, and she got to know about a person who could help her in printing fabrics as per her design. That means she was using her talent of designing. She prepared a couple of suits, displayed them at exhibitions in an apartment which was vacant in Mumbai, close to her place, and she made simple cotton printed block suits. She was only halfway through her investment money and she already had sold most of the things at the exhibition, doubling her money. The appreciation from the women community was very good. And she felt that was being recognized and she got that popularity overnight. With time, she was approached by many famous city outlets who were associated with film industry to supply the material or the dresses to her dresses to them. She started doing things of that nature, but one fine day, Kishore Biyani, this great global international industrialist from India, approached her that for a particular film, various dresses are required. Na tum jano na hum. Can you do it? She was so thrilled and delighted. She said, I am going to seriously try. And he said, if you fail, then it's a question of reputation. The total picture will be delayed and all that. She said, don't worry, whatever is the time commitment, I'll do it. She worked on it. She said that I will demonstrate that my uniqueness, my design, and my quality will delight all. I think it was a great success. And this followed she business for many other movies like Tal, Yaadein, Pardes, Halchal, Devdas, Bhagwan, and many more. Let me now introduce this lady to you. She is the managing director of Biba. Biba means beautiful women in Punjabi. And today Biba has more than 180 branded outlets, 275 multi-brand outlets with a revenue of over 600 crores. Brand is already a big name in the country, and the management plans to make it successfully internationally as well. Her story is a reminder of how one should never underestimate the potential and always be ready to take that leap of faith. You never know where it might take you. So you don't have to have a background. I am financially rich. My family people are industrialists or something. You need to have a confidence that I have some dream, I have a passion, I am very keen to really work upon it and move forward. Once you're through with that, I think great things can happen. I think both these examples, one for young girls who are in the who have just touched 20, the other example I talked was a lady who, when she was close to 40, she was totally a housewife who never had even a bank account could really come to this level. Don't look to your negatives. Don't look to what you don't have. Look towards what you want, what are your dreams, and rest will automatically follow. The rest will automatically come. Things, as long as they are unknown, they look to be like mountains. But once things get visible to you, known to you, you start feeling, oh, that was so easy and so simple. I think every one of you listening to what I am talking, take it from me, you have great competencies and capabilities in you. You can do a miracle. Only thing is that you have to discover your purpose. You have to discover your dream. You have to discover your self-confidence. And I think great things will happen. You don't need a godfather. But yes, somebody from the family has to be a strong inspirator to you, encouraging role model to you, so that when you are in the low mood, somebody can really make you delighted. Somebody can really make you smile and come out with full energy to march forward. Let me move to another example. This lady, the example I'm going to talk is of a lady from Punjab whom I had interacted only about a fortnight or about 3 weeks back. I was very delighted listening to her story. This lady has been a housewife, and at the age of 48 or 47, you can say now she's 48, 47, for the kids how to make some cookies, some snacks which are healthy, which are tasty, and no preservatives. The things you get in the market have a lot of preservatives, and sometimes they are allergic also. So she tried to study on her own and used to make variety of cookies, but these cookies were from millets, preservatives. While talking to some friends, she came to know that Punjab Agriculture University provides training to women. So she went there, approached the people in the university. She took the training there. She found that there are a lot of Kisan Melas being held in the Agriculture University. There are some exhibitions being held. So when she interacted with the people there, besides she's trying to do healthy things which are non-allergic, non-preservative, can really be given to many people who are looking for such things. So at the age of 48, she had a little savings of 1.5 lakh rupees. So she decided to buy a few equipments at her home and started making cookies. She was being advised that you should and must have hygienic, good quality packing, good brand, and you should see that there is a quality certification for your product. It took about 6-7 months for her to streamline everything. And about 8-9 months back, she launched her cookies. She calls them as Delicious Bites. It is a thing it is a product which has got trademark certification. It is called DB Delicious Bites. She is the MD and founder. Her name is Harjot Kaur Gambhir. And she started selling these cookies for rupees 500 a kg. Her cost was coming to about 350 rupees a kg approximately at that time. And she felt that she should and must interact with small SMEs that they would like to give people for Diwali gifts or Holi gift or New Year gift, the cookies in place of sweets, which always have a question mark. She found that when people tasted the product, things are very encouraging to her. She was not trained on how to do marketing, but she used her own thought process, own thinking, own analysis, own understanding, own approach. Little support coming from the Punjab Agriculture University where training inputs were there. In the last 8 months, she has increased the rate of the cookies the demand was so large, from 500 rupees to 1,000 rupees a kg, and she has done a business in 8 months of over 35 lakhs. The demand is so large, she has to expand, she has to now make investments so that her cost of making will go up, because when she got big orders for festival, she had to take the ovens on rental basis. I should not lose a business opportunity. She acted fast and took the ovens on rental basis. Under her supervision, with her raw material, she could make cookies of the right quality and could supply. She is fully charged, she is very passionate, and now she wants to supply the cookies outside Punjab. She wants to cover so age is not a criteria. At any age, a housewife who has limitation of experience. That's why we say women as entrepreneurs can do great success, because the brain power has not been exploited. The innovativeness of women is great. The passion and commitment which women have to go into the detailing, to go into the systematic working, I think nobody can beat them. And certainly these examples inspire me, and I really salute to these dynamic people who have never seen the business of resistance, social reactions, social limitations. These women had created great success stories. The list of examples can be many. And I feel that in case we have some questions, I would like to look into take those questions. And in absence of, we can continue with more examples. And
I have a question for you, I think. Please.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So would you like to share any inspiring woman role model example from Madhya Pradesh to our participants today?
See, as I've told you that I have already shared an example of Indore today about Aditi Chaurasia, who has been a leading entrepreneur in Indore city. I have told her entire story to all of you, which should be very inspiring. But I can share stories from other people of Madhya Pradesh also, who have really done something very good. See, there are people who have done a lot of good work in the education sector. Maybe this girl is also, I think, I will not be able to randomly tell about the city. Maybe she's from Indore only. If not Indore, she's from Jabalpur. Now, this girl is an ordinary graduate. Her passion has been, I should do something good for the school students and teachers. So she was trying to find out what are the options available where I can acquire the knowledge, I can acquire the input and transfer it to them. Or is there an organization who has all these capabilities and I can facilitate in transforming these things? On this project, and finally she came across IIT Mumbai. Today she's a brand ambassador of IIT Mumbai to facilitate various programs, especially in the field of mathematics and physics, for students of the schools and the teachers. Majority of these programs are free of cost available. And these are now open to students and teachers all across the country, but they have to be in the schools. This very good work for the last, I think, 2 years or so. And I'm really inspired that at this young age, you are not worried much about making money, but you are worried about, can my input help in tuning the future of the younger generation? Children at the school stage, how to make them positive, how to bring easier way for them to understand difficult subject which they feel are there, and how to also upgrade the standard of the teachers in the school to see that they can really impart good knowledge, good communication, good education. Around you will find plenty of such role models in your city, in your state, and in our country. Plenty of people who will have these unique capabilities. Yeah,
Thank you, sir. Thank you. That was really awesome answer. So there is one question we have. I think this is not a question, but okay, you hear it and you answer it. You will be more good to answer. Why do women entrepreneurs fail?
I think, Madam, I think this is one of the best questions you have asked. And I think I gave some of the points in the answer. But what happens is that we are in a society today, not only in India, but if you go to African countries, you'll find situations similar. You go to countries like Indonesia, or you go to Philippines, or you go to Malaysia, and many other countries, you'll find the situation is similar. See, if you find that a girl is and I am not able to do, I feel it's an insult to me. So I become a critique. Free critiques are available in plenty. And what happens, we say, the society around us, people around us. So one person starts talking, 20 people multiply. So I think what is important here is, to me, no women fails. But because they feel that the roadblocks which are coming, they may not have immediate solution to that. So they need time to breathe. Because remember, only women in the world play double role, dual roles. Nobody else plays. A woman has to play on a personal front a big role to manage a family, manage children, manage elder parents, accountability of their food, health, relationship and all that. And then she has the role to play for job, work or enterprise. Men do not have the double role to play. Even if they play the double role, it will be only 10% on the family front or 15% of the family front. It's a great courage that they have to manage multiple fronts. And because of that, they feel that we are exhausted. So they want to take a break. So it is not that. The reason for breaks can be many. Reason for break can be nobody encourages financial support. Or when they want to do something, they are not easily mobile or they can reach places. They don't have their transport or conveyance or logistics to go around and meet people. They are dependent on somebody or they need some money to create that infrastructure. In our culture, it is not easy for women. Maybe 70–80% of women have limitation to create their own assets. So because of this situation, majority take a break. So I have seen that if you look back the last 20, 30, 50 years, seeing one successful woman, two more get inspiration. Four more gets inspiration. I remember that when engineering was started in India, 1847, first lady engineer came in 1940. She got admitted, and she got admitted just because at that time India was not independent. Her father was a professor at that particular university in Tamil Nadu. And her father had approached the principal requesting her that my daughter has a passion to do engineering, can you help? The principal said, I would certainly like to help. But in our system of the university, there is no provision that a girl can be admitted to an engineering college. So the principal had to approach the British government, the British in charge of that state, for a written approval that took some time to get the approval, and she got admitted. Now, when this girl got admitted, 2 other girls followed, and it was total 3 girls from Tamil Nadu who took admission into the engineering college. And these girls may be the first in India, but they were invited to the Global International Conference of Engineers in United States and UK, and they became great brand ambassadors of the country. So till you give them an opportunity, till there is somebody, that's why I said, there has to be some members of the family, not all, some, who are there as a backbone support, that when there is a time of difficulty, we stand by you to keep that inspiration alive. But don't think that women fail. Men fail more than women because we don't measure or count it. Imagine the startups created by men, 96% of the startups are failing, not only in India, globally. Whereas the is 93% or 92.5%. And maybe the pace at which the startups are progressing for women, it may take a little longer time because they don't overnight want to create a miracle. Women want to go step by step, calculated with well homework done. So they take little longer time. But I think you have to remove this feeling from the mind. Women are failures. I feel that I have come across mentor women in more than 40 plus countries that I have seen doing great, unique things, and women reviving sick businesses which men could not manage and doing great things. So let us remove that feeling of failure or success. Yes, there may be situations where you don't have an answer immediately or a solution. You may need a break because you are playing a dual role in the society.
Very nicely explained, sir. Very nicely.
I answer your question.
Yes, sir, very nicely. And we should not be gender-based, and failures are for everyone. You know, when success is for everyone, then failures are for everyone. So thank you, sir. That was beautiful.
If Dr. Dheeraj Tiwari can unmute yourself. Actually, this question is raised by the Dr. Dheeraj Tiwari.
Yes, of course. Yeah, I just saw.
Okay, if they want to unmute and ask the question again or give more explanation, then he is welcome.
Yes, actually, this session is like I thought that this last example is more of a failure management concept.
Actually, Waki Jita sir ne kaha, it's a very good question because it is generally seen that, but sir has given the data that 92.5% women failure and 96% of in case of men failure.
Right, right. Failures are for everyone. I think when you are in the field, you have the failure.
It can be, yeah, it can be
I
in
would
both
say,
cases.
Exactly.
Please remove the word failure from your dictionary. Say that less people, more successful people, because we do not know the reason. As I told you, women have a double role to play. They have many limitations in spite of they are able to create success story. So don't brand them as failures.
Definitely.
Definitely,
Yeah.
sir.
Can I listen to the question, madam?
Yes, sir, of course. Why do women entrepreneurs fail? That was the question, and you answered it very nicely, sir, because failure is for everyone. I believe this concept is more of a framed answer.
Madam, let me give you an example. I have seen startups where a man and a woman together, boys and girls together. I think if the ratio of the members are 1:1, if 2 boys and 2 girls put together do a business, I feel that they are also successful startup, very good startup, because women make people to think and deliberate. Women will give a different version of the idea rather than they will not say yes sir in the team. So I think a mix of the two, I have seen a lot of, I'll give you a small example. There is a person who comes from a jewelers family. They are about 4 generations of jewelers. Now this boy is an IITian. He said, I don't. So he got married at the early age, just after completing the IIT. He felt that I want to do some online business in jewelry. I don't want to sell normal jewelry. He said, my customers are all young people. His wife was very passionate. She said, we should really target youngsters who are in the age of 20 to 30 in that age group, who are marriageable age. And she said, we should create wonderful designs. And they said, platinum is not a very common thing. And they created an organization to sell online platinum jewelry. Now, platinum is very expensive, even expensive than gold. Now, these boy and girl together created this startup. They said, we start with one product. That means your customized rings. That means they will develop rings, tailor-made design. Talking to boys and girls, whatever their design they want, they will take it. And they will get the special design developed for them and supply in 10, 12 days time. They kept the pricing between 8,000 to 15,000 range. They said people have limitation in spending, so we created that. They worked very hard. In the very first year, they could sell they had only one product, one item, customized rings for boys and girls. And people liked it. Then they gradually added a few more items. And earlier the ticket size was average about 9,500 an order. In the second year, the order became 5 times more because few more products have come in. And people like their designs and were trustworthy that they give you a certified platinum jewelry and a ring or a ring made or earring made, top made or pendant made, something as per the customer design. And they really did well. The business, nobody expected that a platinum jewelry can be done online, and rest is the story. They have created a great empire of success. There is another boy and girl together in Jodhpur, who felt that we have got a lot of small shops in the town. Both are chartered accountants in the background. Can we help these shops, small local shops, whether they are kirana shop, departmental stores or different selling agencies, bakeries, to upgrade them? Hygienic, proper stacking of material, inventory management, when to order what material, how to have the billing system, how to have the logistics and all that. So they said we created packages and we decided to work with 10 shops who showed interest at a very nominal price, and we upgraded, train them and upgrade them. And they felt that this example and role model success story inspired so many other shops to come to them, and there was a pull. The customer used to come to them, why don't you allocate to us? They had to expand their business, and today they have done more than 100 shops. They have expanded now to other cities also. So boys and girls also make a good team, because if you are able to have patience to understand, think, be creative, innovative, great things can happen. So I think there is nothing like boys can do or girls can do it, but I think if the girls want to do something, there is somebody to make them feel that they can do it. It is possible for them to create success story. And if they have a dream, can we encourage that to be fulfilled?
True, sir, true. Very nicely explained, sir. Thank you so much, sir. That was a beautiful webinar I have attended on women ever. Yes, Rekha ma'am, up to you.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful. Thank you so much, ma'am, for moderating the session beautifully. I hope that definitely this session will help us for a better life. Now, I would like to call Dr. Rekha Narang, ma'am, to present the vote of thanks to ma'am and sir.
Thank you so much, Surabhi. It's very nice hearing to listen to you, sir. First of all, I would like to acknowledge our esteemed speaker, Dhariwal sir, who took the time out of their busy schedule and shared us with their pearls of wisdom, with motivational stories and experiences. We are truly humbled by your presence, sir. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to Ms. Kaushiki for moderating the session wonderfully. Then I would like to thank the associated organizations, All India Council for Human Rights, Liberties and Social Justice, broadcasting. I would like to extend my thanks to our technical team for their great support. Furthermore, let's have a special recognition to all the audience who remained patient throughout and encourage the morale of the speaker and definitely participating in this webinar. Thank you so much for being our pillars of support.
Thank you, Rekha
Thank you,
ma'am.
sir. Looking forward for such a nice talk in future also, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Always
Thank you.
welcome. And Kaushiki madam can give you my WhatsApp number,
Sure, sir.
email ID. So any of your students, if they have any questions or they want to discuss, I think they can feel free to interact. I would be too glad to have a small session with individuals in case they have some ideas or challenges or something. They are all welcome to interact with me. Thank you very
Very
much.
nice, sir. Thank
To
you
all
so much, sir.
presenters,
Thank you,
we
Kaushiki
learned a lot
ma'am.
about women empowerment today. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes. Kaushiki ma'am,
Yes, yes, ma'am.
can I ask a question? Actually, one of the audience, and they want to ask a question. If sir is
Of
sir
course, of course.
comfortable,
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, I
Just
am
a
very
second.
much there.
Yes.
okay. I think yes, woman entrepreneurs Faguni Nayar, Unicorn Naika. Okay, he
That, that is a, suppose that's a
just give a
supporting
comment, sir.
answer.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
supporting
It's a
answer.
supporting answer.
Yeah, I have already seen that.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Today we will remind all the women who have done a fabulous job in their
And
fields. Sir, it's thanks to you.
it's very nice session, sir.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you
Wonderful.
so much, sir. Thank you.
I want to
Jai
say
All
Hind.
the
something to
audience.
Bye bye.
all the participants that the feedback link is shared in the chat. So please do fill the feedback form, and after